Welcome to Guys In Podcast, Episode 3, Part 2. I'm Anthony, and I'm here with Burgess.
Hey guys, what's up?
In the last episode, we really didn't talk about a lot. We were just kind of, we talked about from Joe Rogan on video games to Call of Duty Zombies. We had a very broad spectrum of what we talked about. It was always about gaming. 90% of the time it's about gaming. But, so Burgess, this episode's just going to be about me and you. Or mostly you, because you're our newest member, and nobody knows really much about you. We don't really need a big rundown, but tell us a little bit about you, just a little bit.
Well, I mean, 18, from South Carolina.
It's not a dating site. I don't need that kind of stuff.
Well, my favorite shows consist of Dragon Ball and The Walking Dead.
Alright.
And some of my favorite games when I grew up consisted of Black Ops and Call of Duty 3.
Alright, so let's move on. Burgess, do you have any games that you or upcoming games that you're excited about?
Well, there's one. I'm excited for Cyberpunk 2077.
Okay.
My friend Nathan showed me some of the trailers for
that.
that.
we're
really excited, and I think I'm gonna.
This is gonna be a repeat episode when we have Nathan on. I guarantee it.
Oh, most likely.
Oh, we're gonna be hearing the same spiel from him. It's gonna be the same thing with Halo,
really
with the other guests that we're gonna have.
Yeah. Well, that's what he does. He breathes Halo.
I know. But that's okay. That's okay.
That's okay.
It's not a bad thing to be passionate about something.
Exactly.
But so you're excited for 2077, and in a couple of years it's gonna have multiplayer, so that sounds pretty fun.
That'll be really fun.
Oh yeah.
But supposedly the multiplayer is supposed to be extremely long. It's supposed to be really big. It's supposed to be comparable to some of the Fallout games, or just Fallout games in general.
I see. Okay. So, have you been playing anything interesting lately? Outside of what we do?
I mean, I've been replaying some of the campaigns to some of the Call of Duty games, but that's about it. Just to relive some old memories I had with my old stepbrother.
Yeah, I got you. So,
but besides that, not much.
Trying to think. Do you want to retell any, or do you want to tell any stories? From our past?
Well, there's one where,
oh god.
was gonna be stepbrother, from
me and you.
Okay, okay. Let's talk. Okay, this was gonna be a really bad story, but.
Which one?
Well, no, I don't think I told you this about how my was gonna be stepbrother raged at Call of Duty and broke the TV.
Ha! Sounds about right.
There's one memory that brings back. Well, there's one memory that I really like from when I was at your house. And I'm not sure, we were playing a horror game.
Oh, it was Resident Evil 7. Oh,
yeah, Resident Evil.
I know what you're talking about.
4 in the morning.
Oh.
And your dad's like, can you shut the fuck up?
And he comes in just in his underwear, just scared both of us. He was so angry. It was so funny. Oh, because as soon as he went back to his room, we started playing. He really does. He looks like the Gunga Ginga dude. He's like Rick Harrison and the Gunga Ginga dude mixed together, but they lost weight. And they're short. Dad's only 5'9".
Bitch.
So,
Nah, I'm joking. I love your dad. Your dad's awesome.
Oh yeah, he's pretty cool.
I think he is, at least. He's pretty chill whenever he wants to be.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So let's see. I know you don't read books. I was gonna ask you if you're reading neat good books lately.
Well, it's not that I don't like reading. Well, yeah, it's the
You
fact
just
that I
don't
don't
read.
like reading.
You just don't read.
It's hard
So,
on me, so yeah.
Okay, let's talk about games. Let's see.
Okay.
The Crew. We've been getting into The Crew again here lately.
Yeah.
I would say we're having pretty good fun just driving. You know? When, especially in times like now, when it's not really okay or appropriate, I should say, to go out in public for long periods of time. So for us to be able to do something like that is kind of nice.
Oh yeah, it's fun. It's like almost like a break
Yeah.
from the real world.
And well, it's rather nice to play games like The Crew, Grand Theft Auto to an extent, Red Dead, games where you can just kind of exist.
Kind of vibe by yourself.
Yeah, you can just exist. I've played a lot of Deus Ex Human Revolution in my day because it has a really, really compelling story. Like it has a really nice story, and it's like the way it's like built like a book, and it's so nice. And that's why I loved Coffee Talk, because the game was literally just about being a barista, and you just listen to people talk about their problems. It sounds boring in premise, but when you play it, it's nice. It's like reading a book.
Yeah.
Minecraft, we've kind of,
We've been doing a good bit on that, especially since some new updates to it. But not a whole lot, but, just kind of enough.
Yeah. We need to play Minecraft again. It's been a little while. But
I mean, what you doing after this, dog?
nothing. So probably gonna make another episode.
I mean, if you want to, we can play some Minecraft after then.
No, I mean we can play Minecraft after this. We'll just figure it out. But yeah, I love Minecraft. Always have.
Oh yeah, it's a game from my childhood.
Definitely, and it's one of the games I've played since 4th grade. I mean, It was pretty good. It's always been pretty good. It's one of those games that's just allowed me to express creativity. You know what I mean? Like if I want to build something, and I see it in my brain, I can build it. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing really stopping me, other than lack of certain blocks that I need. But that's not really an issue for the most part.
Yeah, because you'll just vibe in creative mode,
Yeah, you'll just make something that looks pretty similar to what you wanted. And well, I'll tell you what, I have been playing a lot of Final Fantasy VII, and I've really been getting into it. And I never would have thought I would, because it's never been one of those things that's really interested me, like the Final Fantasy games, because it's kind of been a little too much for me. But Final Fantasy VII is open world, but linear open world, as in you really can't do much outside of going where you're supposed to. But there are certain side quests that you can do. Like it's weird. Like I don't know how to describe it. Like as a kid, I had a really hard time with the older Final Fantasy games because it was literally just you did the tutorial and then it kind of just threw you out into the open world aspect, and it was like, hey, we're not gonna tell you where to go. You just gotta figure it out. Like that was too much for me. You know what I mean? Where it was like when I played something like Pokemon, it's like, hey, go to the next city. That's all you have to do. And like there's like one roadblock in between where like you have to fight somebody or like Team Rocket or something. You know what I mean? That was easy. Or like that was easy for me to grasp. Not so much in execution, but like mentally grasping it. Yeah, that worked. I know we always end the last couple minutes of the episode with talking about the pandemic going on right now, but this time we're going to give some announcements for the next 5 minutes. Well, as long as they take us, actually. Not so much 5 minutes, probably less than that. But
Yeah.
we have more people that we're planning to have on the podcast. One of them was just released earlier on accident, and that's Nathan. But that's fine, you know. We're trying to keep this more of a secret to you guys, I guess, so it makes the episodes more interesting when they come out. But just know that we do have people lined up for the podcast, and we at the moment I have to apologize. This has been a rather slow episode, but usually when we do an episode, we have certain things that we already want to talk about beforehand. This time we just went into it completely blind with nothing to talk about. And next episode that won't be the case.
Yeah.
So, but this time it was just one of those things where it was sporadic, on the spot. Hey, let's make part 2. Okay. And then, here we are. So I do apologize for this being a rather slow episode where we were a lot more quiet than usual, but this is more of a raw episode where this is kind of how we think. This whole episode has just been a little more of the process between us, like how we work with this. But again, I apologize for the slowness of this episode, because I could understand that having a tone of awkwardness to it. But we will have the next part of this episode planned, more so than what we had.
Yeah, exactly. Than what we have done already, like in this episode.
Yep. But as I was saying, we do have people lined up, so that's not an issue. We actually have a couple of interesting people lined up, especially once this week and then once this Sunday, because it'll be nice. It'll be really interesting, because the one this week is going to be very unique, I should say. It'll definitely be an experience. To some people, they may not enjoy it, because I would see there being a little bit of not so PG content in that episode. So I'll give a fair warning before that episode starts. But like I said, we have plans underway for this channel and for this podcast. We've been working, not diligently, but we've been working on it, trying to get things underway, and I feel we've really got something going, and once we start going and once we get momentum, it's just a ride from there, and we just got to keep going. We just got to keep making good content, pushing the best content we can. I have high hopes for this channel. I know you do too, and I know Ethan and Cooper do. This is a good experience for all of us. It's a learning experience. It gives us experience, and it puts our face on the internet as creators, which is something that I think if we get publicity from this, I think we need. It'd be good for our characters, honestly. So
I think it would too.
This is a good thing for all of us. Okay, well, we kind of ran out of things to talk about completely, so we're kind of grinding to a halt. But so we're gonna end this about a half a minute early than usual. So this has been episode 3, part 2 of Guys in Podcast. I'm Anthony, and I was with Burgess, and we will see you all next part.